for another haul video. We went to our bins yesterday. I have not been to our bins in over 3 months, so I was pretty excited about going. And there were some changes since the last time we were there. Normally we have 4 bins of footwear, and now we had 10. 10. So we were pretty excited about that. And we spoke with one of the regulars, and she said that they've been doing that for a while. So I hope that keeps up. It kind of spreads out the shoe people a little more. And even though there's tons and tons of crap, you still, 10 bins, you have a better chance of finding some good things, right? I have gone to other bins in the interim in other states, and I have to say that ours is one of the worst, if not the worst, at keeping shoes together in pairs. I mean, I can see later on after it's been out for a while because people throw things around and have no regard for keeping them together. I mean, if I find a shoe, even if I don't want it, and then another bin I find another shoe that matches it, I will actually go over there and put it with it. But no, they come out that way because it's a brand new bin and you're like single, single, single. Apparently, the other reseller said they don't have the staff to put an elastic around them like they used to, that they used to be really good at it. And I know they're always cutting back on staff, but it's so short-sighted. I mean, here's a picture of the shoes that I put back. Every single one of them, I would have bought that pair if I had found both pairs. My friend put back more than I did. I mean, between us, we practically had a full shopping cart. And don't even get me started on the sneaker people, how much they dump at the end of the day. And, lots of singles. They also, of course, hoard them and don't go through them till later, which just takes them out of circulation. But that's another story. So I'm going to jump right in. I think that's enough about that. Jump right in. I'm going to start with clothing. The 10 bins of shoes does come at the expense of clothing because I spend a lot more time at the shoes. And then with all those singles, I keep wandering back to see if any of them have popped up. Someone threw them back, whatever. I will say the clothes were kind of not very good this time. I mean, there really wasn't a lot, but again, it could be because I didn't spend as much time. And a lot of the bins are overflowing, so very difficult to get to the bottom. I'm getting old for that digging business. But I did get some stuff, so let's see. I also wasn't in real need of inventory, so there's a lot of stuff that I would normally have picked up that I just decided, you know what? I don't need this. I am trying to focus on things that will sell for higher amounts, though I don't know that's particularly reflected in these clothes. Okay, this first one, it's a Canada t-shirt, so I mean, what else do I need to say about that? Not really anything. I like things that say Canada. It has the little Olympic there. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's a men's large, so it's too big for me, and it's too big for my brothers. It's got the Olympic flag there, the Olympic thing there, and see those stripes? It's Hudson Bay. You might recognize that from the blankets or the coats. I don't know which Olympics this is from. There's no year on it. I'm in a Canadians Facebook group for buying things that are, say, Canada or, Canada related. I might see if somebody wants it and sell it, not for very much, but I couldn't not buy it. I wish it was my size or even close. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Keep it maybe. It's a scarf, but the kerchief type. Big square, no brand or anything. And it just has these crazy skulls like the, like the Mardi Gras clowny things with that stuff, only in a skull. It couldn't be lighter, so I was like, I'll pick it up. Who knows what I'll do with it. Raj, made in India. I might keep it. I might use it to wrap something skull related in when I ship something. I don't know. Okay, this is a brand I would not normally pick up. You can't see anything there. But I looked at the side tag and it said Arizona Jean Company. So why did I pick it up? Well, It's a flannel shirt. I love the color. It's got Western yoking, but I actually picked it up because of this. I thought this was really nice. Vancouver, British Columbia, not where I'm from. So it's a large. I could wear this like over a t-shirt, like a jacket, but I'm probably going to try and sell it. Oh, maybe I could put this in the Canadian group too and see if anybody wants it. I don't know. I mean, is this original or did somebody do this? I have no answer. Pearl snap buttons. Really nice piece, I think. Okay. These are a pair of size large pants. The brand is Lurking Class by Sketchy Tank. And I just thought they were interesting. They got this little witch button. Pentagram? What? I don't know. Black cargo pants. It says it's embroidered. Is that embroidered? No, it's paint. Lurking Class. Little skull there. And whee! The big pop of color. And I don't know. They say large. They don't look that large. So I'm wondering if they're a boy's large. I wonder if they would, because if they would fit me, I would consider wearing them. I don't really like elastic there, so I would open this up and take the elastic out so that it's loose. I think they might be big on me. Not sure. But anyway, I'm going to try to sell them. I like things that are a little bit more unique. This actually was, I think, the first piece of clothing that I found. The brand is John Brannigan Weavers, made in Ireland. That's why I got it. 70% wool, 30% mixed fiber, which could be anything. It's it's an open front poncho type thing. And it has these cool, like kilt, like the connectors on a kilt. And then this snaps, wide collar. It's so cute. It's in excellent condition. There is wait, here it is. That happened. So I'm going to have to weave that back in, and it may not be perfect, but it'll be fine. So I had to get that, of course. Made in Ireland wool. This is like a rain jacket, and it's Columbia PFG, professional fishing gear. Nice color. Columbia's iffy, but I like their jackets a lot, and it's a men's medium, so if I don't end up selling it, or I find it's not worth anything, or it doesn't sell, I may see if my brother wants it the next time I see him. Though I have no idea when that might be. This, also not a high ticket item, but I'm a sucker for the Western brands. It's Ariat, size XXL. Women's perfect shirt for spring and summer. Interesting Western detail. Pearl snap buttons. I thought it was a floral print, but it's not. It is. They're almost like star-shaped flowers. Could I use the word ditzy or Liberty print? I'm not sure. I think so. Well, at least ditzy. I don't know. I'll work on that. This is a brand I don't generally pick up. Cabby, small. I think I've only picked up Cabby once. But I really like this piece. It was a red tag at our Goodwill. So we do have colors of the week that go to 50% off. And then on the last day, it's $1. And then we have discount days. Like you get a senior's discount every day for 20% off and 40% off on Wednesday. But the red tags are not included in any of those. They go to half price one Saturday a month. And this was $19.99. And I wouldn't even have paid $10 for it. But I did like it very much. It's like a duster coat with really pretty fabric inside. I don't generally wear colors like this. I'm more of a just like all black person, but I think I would wear this. This is one of my favorite styles, and it did fit me perfectly. So, not that I'm planning to wear it. A brand that has mixed results for me. This is Eddie Bauer, size medium tall. But the day before we went to the bins, I sold an Eddie Bauer sweater, full price. Did you hear that? I don't know what's going on with Tippy. She's just like running around going, rawr. Anyway, I sold a full price Eddie Bauer cardigan. So I'm like, okay, I can buy this. It's just super nice. Love this green. Love the jacket. It's like rain resistant, nylon or whatever there. And then fleecy inside. Such a great jacket. I mean, I said this would be good for my brother, but it's tall, so he's not tall. So anyway, I do want to sell that. I just sometimes think of backup plans in case something doesn't sell. I bought a pair of jeans. I thought they were skinny jeans, so I was on the fence about them. Again, red tag, $19.99. Wonder why they didn't sell. But they are Judy blue, which I haven't found in a long time. They look like a skinny fit, but they're actually, and I'm happy to say, a relaxed fit. Better. They have stretch. I know at one time Judy blue did great, and the one time I found a few Judy blue, they sold quickly, and I know they've slowed down, but at the bins, so this is under 2 pounds, and we paid $2.09 a pound, so maybe $3. Not like a steal, but reasonable. I can make some money. I picked up a hat. Finals Rodeo. I think it's Bull Riders Association, but I don't know what this part is. It looks like NL, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, I like the cowboy stuff. It's too loose on me. I'm going to look and see what that is and, probably try to sell it. This isn't the style I particularly like. It's a little bit deep for me. It hits me in a weird spot. So I don't know. I threw it in, not really putting a lot of thought into it. And then the last piece of clothing, I found this in the shoe bin. Oh, in case my hair wasn't already icky enough. I found this in the shoe bin, pair of pants. They were, so I kind of had to pick them up to look at the shoes. And then when I picked them up, I noticed this. So they are Lululemon. And I did find a size tag. Let me see where it is. Actually, size dot. They're a size 36. They have numbers around it, so I'll be able to figure out the style number. Remind me if you think of it. How do I check the style number? I know, I can look it up, and I will. But anyway, just nice pair of tobacco pants in very good shape. The first pair of Lululemon thing I've ever found was at the bins, and they were men's pants. And so I am fond of men's pants. Okay, I think that's it, except for footwear. There's a hat in here somewhere, but I'll get to it when I get to it. Okay, these, if you're just listening, pay special attention right now. These are snowboard boots. And the brand is 32. It's worth noting that brand because I have sold another pair of 32 snowboard boots. Did I say pants? Whatever. And they sold for 100. I don't know whether these will go for 100. They look like they're in excellent condition, but they have some odd discoloration around there on both of them. These weigh 4.5 pounds, which means they would have cost around $10. So I said, very politely, I went over to the cashier and I said, these are really heavy. Is there any way I could get a unit price on these instead of, by the pound price? And she said, yeah, we can do $4.99. So it never hurts to ask. Same with another pair of boots. They said they would, and this was a different cashier too, said that he would do it for $4.99, but I ended up not buying those. So keep that in mind, and remember the name 32. I was not familiar with it when I found that other pair. I just like picking up that kind of thing. I actually found one other pair between buying those and these at a yard sale, and they were asking $50. So they must be pretty expensive. Didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you. They're a US size 10. And I would say that they're ladies, women's. It doesn't say that they're women's, except there's a picture of a woman. A clue? I would say so. 10, that's a good size. And they're really in excellent condition, so I don't really understand what happened with that. I wonder if I should try to clean that up. I won't. Maybe it's the glue that just got discolored. Oh, one other thing about those. So they're 4.5 pounds. If I wrap them in bubble wrap and put them in a poly mailer, I won't need an upgraded label. What I will do is, in the listing on Poshmark, I will say not eligible for bundling due to weight, and I will mention that they'll be shipped in a poly mailer due to weight for the 1 in a million person that might actually read. But that's what I normally do. I'll put, not eligible shipping, whatever. I'm not sure I remember everything that I have. Here's a pair of shoes that were together. I mean, it was worth buying just for that. These are Vionics, and I like them. They're a size 8, and I tried them on, and I was wearing socks, and I've started wearing compression hose. Here's a tip if you're a bins shopper and you shop a long time, because I'm there the entire day, 8 to 4 pretty much, and you're on hard cement, concrete, and that's so hard on the legs and the back and everything. So I have compression hose from my days when I had a standing up job. So I've been wearing those. So I wore both of those and tried these on, and they still, I think, worked for me. And they're very comfortable. So I'm going to check comps on these and hopefully sell them, but I would consider keeping them and actually use these as my bin shoes instead of the ones I've been using, which are a similar one with memory foam, because I like a lot of padding, but I have a feeling these are a better, they're Vionic, so they should be better for me. But that's probably more information than you need. I didn't mention that some of my throwbacks, what some of them were. There was a Paul Green that I wanted really badly. There was a Doc Martin that was very unusual. For some reason on this trip, I found there were quite a few Doc Martens, and I haven't seen any in a while, but not the typical ones. And I actually did have 2 full pairs, but I put them back because they were heavy, big men's shoes, and the comps weren't great. And then I did a flip on a really cool one, and I lost, which is very unusual for me. I don't lose very often. I have another pair here that I won the flip. And then there was a boot, and I'm sharing this one because it's a brand I don't know, and here you can learn a new brand. It's called Redback, and it's an Australian. It was a short boot, and it's Australian, and I did look up the comps. Sometimes I don't until I have both of them, but I was curious, and the comps looked really good. So if you see Redback, look it up. Anyway, I was very sad not to be able to find the other one. This is another new brand that I thought it might sound familiar. It might be on one of my lists. I don't always remember. Can you see it? It's Taft. And they are a men's short boot. A chukka boot? I don't know. Would you call this a chukka boot? I'll have to look it up. It's oil. It's that like oiled leather. I think of oiled more as a canvas thing, but these are leather, but they feel like an oiled leather. I'm not sure. I don't know much about them. They appear to be a size 12. Oh, I might have to ask somebody I know if he's interested in these. The comps looked really good on this. So Taft. Keep that in mind. Oh, here's the other hat. Now, you may or may not know that I got a bunch of Papa John's stuff from my office when some other people moved out, and they all sold really well, except for one hoodie for some reason is just sitting there. But they sold fast, and they, some of them sold full price. So I was like, and then I had sold a Sonic cap that I found on the street on a windy day. So I had said, you know what, I'm going to try more fast food things, see how it goes. Obviously, I don't expect to get a lot for it, but this is so easy to photograph, and if it could sell for like 18 bucks quickly, what the heck? Oh, I kind of like it, but I don't think I would wear Papa John's. I can't remember why. Papa's in the house. Oh wait, I kept one of the hoodies for myself. I don't know what this is though, and I think this is aftermarket, so that might be a problem. Oh, I don't know that whole fraternity sorority thing. Could that be like a fraternity thing? What do you think? I don't know. Anyway, throw it in. I got stripper shoes. These are pleaser. Lucite. You need to put some fish in there. Lucite. Clear mainly. Looking to see if all the sparkly things are on there. I think so. On this end and this end, there's a couple that aren't there, but it's exactly the same on both sides. So I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be that way. Anyway, they're in really good condition and pretty clean, which I don't know if that's good or bad when it comes to stripper shoes. It might be better if they were less clean. But there are some toe prints. Woo! My friend found some pleasers also. There were actually a lot of stripper shoes, but I know Pleasers is a good brand, and there weren't any others that I really... Oh, sorry, looking at a pop-up. Oh, these are the ones I won the coin flip on. I would not have been devastated if I hadn't. I'd rather have won the Doc Martens because they are fry, but my fry hasn't been doing that well, and they're a size 6.5, so that's bad. But they're in excellent condition. So clean. I can't imagine these were worn, so I definitely, knowing that they'll probably sit between being fry and 6.5, it's not going to be a quick sale. It's not even going to be a super high sale. I seem to find Birkenstocks a lot when I'm at the bins lately. I think at least one of these pairs, if not two, my friend found and gave to me. I don't know why she doesn't like Birkenstocks, but I'll take them if they're in good shape. I did leave some behind because I'm finding them enough, and they're not selling for super high amounts anymore. So unless they're in good condition, I'm not picking them up. These are in very good condition. The Arizona, and I would prefer to find just Arizona or Boston. I haven't found Boston in a long time. And these are a size, I'm not sure I can see the size actually. Oh yeah, they're a 37, so they're pretty small. But I do have this pair that are not the Arizona, but I picked them up anyway, knowing that that's not as great a style, but they're also size 37. I don't know what that style is. I think I have a pair in the style that's been sitting for over a year, so this might have been a poor decision. But really good condition. Look how clear that is. And another pair of Birkenstocks, possibly the last pair. These are a size 43, and I actually just sold a pair of 43s in a similar color, but these are suede and those were not. Look, I mean, those are very clean. I mean, you get toe marks like that after wearing them for an hour, I feel like. All right, one more bag. You know, these are Uggs. Now, I find a lot of Uggs at our bins. A lot of different styles. But as far as boots, we find a lot of the suede ones. And they're very often stained and, you know, yucky. Because suede does that. These are not suede. They're in really good condition. I don't know what this is. It's not leather. But it's, even if it's a faux leather, it feels lighter than a leather. The inside is very clean. These are just in really good shape. Couple of dings there. Nothing problematic. Let's see if we can figure out what size they are. They do have the hologram, and they are a size... Oh, let's see. Size 8. Curious. Didn't look up comps on these. I'm curious if these are worth anything. And I'm going to take a break from this shoe and boot extravaganza because I forgot to share one clothing item. This is a brand I normally wouldn't pick up. So when I saw it, I kind of was like, oh no. And then I felt it and I liked it so much. So I put it in my bag or my cart to consider. And then well, let's start with the brand. It's Mark New York, Andrew Mark, size large. And it is a beautiful leather bomber jacket, buttery leather. I will use that keyword, buttery leather. I just was watching a video in which she remarked on how that's a term you should use if it's actually buttery leather. Not all leather is buttery, but this is. And I did do a quick search. Retail is very expensive. I think I saw it on Macy's website for $695. So there was no way I could leave it. I just couldn't do it. I hope that the comps are good. I would imagine I can make some money on this. Maybe not as much as I should for such a beautiful piece, but I haven't researched it. Could be wrong. This could be worth more than everything else I have here. Okay, back to our previously scheduled programming. Another pair of boots. Not a lot of boots this time. I even gave up boots. There was a beautiful pair of leather Vince Camuto that I was on the fence about, so I gave it to my friend because I'm not doing well with Vince Camuto. They were over the knee, and I have a pair in suede. Not nearly as nice, but getting no attention. So I was just like, okay, I don't need inventory. I am going to not buy this. So she was happy to take it, and then I was happy because it went to somebody. These are, I would say this is maybe snake, something like that, reptile. And the brand on these is brand and size. They are Tony Llama. Tony Llama, which is good. I mean, it's not Lucchese, but it's Tony Llama. And they are a size 9. I think they're 9.5 D. D is average for men. Let me see if that the half looked a little. It have to be 9.5. Yeah, 9.5. It kind of looked like 9.25. That would be funny. Anyway, they're in good condition. Obviously, not new, but I'm happy with that. I would think off the top of my head I could make at least, I could sell them for at least $50. Now these, I had found one of them and I picked it up and a guy on the other end of the bin picked up the other one and just handed it to me. And that might be why I lost the coin flip on the Doc Martens, because it was the same guy and it was good karma that he gave it back. So I was like, all right, whatever. I don't cry over those things openly. These are leather here, snip toe. A wide snip toe. I want a pair of snip toes for myself. I haven't found any. This is cloth and so very American. They are Ariettes and they are a size 8.5 B. Very clean. These were not worn that much and certainly not, anywhere rough. Someone's going to probably have to break them in somewhat. Okay, last pair of boots. Black almond toe. These are Dan Post, and they're a size 10.5 D. Did I say D on those other ones? 8.5 D? Oh, 8.5 B. So these are women's. Well, shoot, if they weren't so that, I would try them on for myself, but this is not me. It's not gonna wear that. Anyway, these are men's. Dan Post, which is, a good brand. Look, you can see that they're not heavily worn. Very clean. Look how, crisp they are inside. You can read everything. Nothing's faded. So, maybe somebody bought these, wore them out line dancing a few times, and I was like, this is not for me. One more pair of shoes. I found one, and the other reseller that we see there all the time found the other, and she just gave it to me. These are very interesting, and they are, wait, where does it say it? Oh, there. Tory Burch. Do they have a size? 9.5 medium. I thought they were interesting. What I would have preferred, I found a cool Tory Burch sneaker that I would have liked to find the mate to, but that was another one that I had to throw back. And there was a Tory Burch sandal that I threw back, and then that other reseller had like at least 2, maybe 3 Tory Burch sandals that she didn't find the other. I mean, I can't even imagine how many sales they miss out because they don't want to have somebody put the shoes and boots together. The last item, my friend actually found these, but she's kind of off handbags right now. And it's Rebecca Minkoff. I've never sold a Rebecca Minkoff. I know that it's not as good as it used to be. That could be said about so many things and so many of us. But it's cute. It's a nice leather. It's in excellent, really excellent condition. It's not super light, but I don't think it's a pound. So it costs less than $2. I don't know if you can see inside. There's not a crumb to be seen in there. So I don't feel like this was ever used. Adjustable, crossbody. I didn't look it up. We'll see what happens. I'm always happy to find a handbag. Whee! I find them very easy to photograph. So, and I don't find them very often. Therefore, I bought this one. And that is it. I hope you stayed with me till now. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. And hopefully I will see you again on another video, but it might be a couple of weeks. All right. Bye now.